For the Buckeyes, Wes Weiser, 2007 and 2008 10-meter platform champion. He is a senior, and would he love to go out with a big win here in his home pool. And then
received the team's most improved award at the end of last season. And now on to the senior from Ohio State, Wes Weiser. He won this 10-meter event back in 2007 and in 2008.
Wes is a beautiful diver up here on the 10-meter. He's got a great rip. He's doing a back 3 1/2 somersaults in the tuck position. This is a key dive for Wes. He's worked very hard on perfecting this dive. Let's see how he does here tonight in his home pool as a senior. Oh, he just misses that past vertical. You're going to see that in the replay here. He's worked very hard on his spots. He does a beautiful kick out. When I say kick out, that means exiting out of the dive right there, but he puts his feet a little bit too high, thus over-rotating on the bottom. I know he would like to have that dive back.
Time now for 3-meter diving. And first up in round 1, Wes Weiser, the senior from Ohio State.
And Wes starts out with an inward 2 1/2 somersault in the pike position. Look at that toe point going through the water. He is a beautiful diver. He's going to get straight 8s from the judges to start his night off solid.
And now David Bodaya of Purdue. He won all of the diving events last year at the Big Ten Championships.
And that is why he won. Such a great back 2 1/2 pike, held straight 9s, shows why he is the defending champ.
Well, next up, it's back to Weiser, but ahead to his round 5 dive.
And Wes is doing a difficult 3.3 degree of difficulty, reverse 2 1/2 somersaults, 1 1/2 twist, a solid dive for Wes. Little short, but I think he'll take 7 1/2, 7 1/2, 8 from the judges.
Bodaya was the Big Ten Diver of the Year last season. This is his round 4 dive.
Doing an inward 3 1/2 somersaults in the tuck position. Beautiful dive. You know, I've even seen him get in the water cleaner than that, but I think he's going to take 8 1/2 from the judges.
Now into round 6, Ryan Jefferson, the senior from Ohio State.
And Ryan has been diving great tonight. He's 3rd heading into this dive. Tiny bit of an overcorrection on the bottom, but it's so good to see a senior put together a good list in his home pool.
A 3-time junior national champion. Now Berkeley Shao, the senior from Ohio State and from right here in Columbus.
And Berkeley's a beautiful diver also. 3 1/2 twist on that mental toughness, hanging in there, putting a good final dive for him, 7 1/2 from the judges.
Transferred to Ohio State from Tennessee following his freshman year. Now from Purdue, this is JP Perez.
He was 3rd in this event as a freshman. Let's see. And that is why JP's got a great rip entry. As we say in diving, he put some heat on the bottom of that dive. Straight 8s for the judges.
Next up, final dive of the night for Weiser, the 2-time Big Ten champion out of St. Louis.
And Wes is going to finish out with a full out, what we call in diving, a forward 2 1/2 somersault with 1 twist. That is a beautiful entry. Very clean, a little out, but Vince Panzano, his coach, is going to be pleased with that solid night.
Now Wes Weiser of Ohio State, 2-time Big Ten champion, first-team All-Big Ten selection, and out of St. Louis.
Now I kind of expect to see an amazing entry on this dive for Wes. This is a forward 3 1/2 somersault pike, 3.0. Somewhat of a easy dive, if you can say that off of 10-meter, an easy dive. But Wes has an amazing, amazing entry into the water. Let's see if he does it. And there it is. That is why he has won this event 2 times, and he's looking to win here again at home. Beautiful dive. Takes a look at that entry. Just folding that water over on the bottom. Great dive for Wes.
Busy night tonight for him. He's got 4 divers to look after.
He does. Those Purdue divers are doing a nice job.
Wes Weiser of Ohio State.
Same dive that we just saw Kyle do. Again, key dive for Wes. These key backs and gainers. See what he can do. If he can come back and pop this gainer. And he does a nice job collecting himself. He didn't hit the back the way he wanted to, coming back and doing this reverse 3 1/2 somersaults. Look at that tuck, look at that jump, kicking out of that dive. Beautiful, beautiful kick out, his toes. He does a great job on this dive. Coach Vince Panzano is going to be really happy with that.
Got to be hard for a diver to come in so anxious, wanting to do your best, and in a competition that lasts 2 seconds with every dive. So difficult, and the margin for error is just so slim. Now Wes Weiser of Ohio State.
Same dive that Kyle Mitrione just did. This is a back arm stem double, 1 1/2 twists. Again, the athletes have the choice of how they get up to the handstand. And I think probably the most nervous people watching arm stands are probably the moms in the audience. The athlete usually feels pretty much in control. And he does a nice job there. That's a good dive for Wes. Should keep him there in that second spot. I know he would probably like to get in the water a little bit cleaner. You see that twist? He takes a look at the bottom. He's used to diving in this facility, and that's advantageous for a diver. Getting used to having familiar surroundings, it does create an advantage.
Finishing off extremely well as we move on to Wes Weiser, another senior. Final dive at the Big Ten Championships in his career in his home pool.
And this dive could go big. It came down to this dive in 2007. He got 91 points on this dive. Back, 2 1/2 with 1 1/2 twist. He does it again. Amazing, amazing entry into the water. Hardly a splash here in his home pool. His teammates cheering him on the side. Looking at that team title, that is big for this Buckeye.
All 9s and above from each and every judge for Wes Weiser. Two-time winner of this event.